So the ones they convicted for the shooting actually didn't actually do the shooting. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, probably not. I mean, we don't know for sure, but the thing is as the case unfolded, there was a lot of evidence that two other people actually did the shooting and burned the building down. There was a fingerprint found on the gas can that was used to start the fire that came back to a known violent drug enforcer, uh, and named Bodine. And there was a statement by one of the murder victims given after the crime. She survived for a month after the crime happened. And the prosecution in Charles's case fought hard to keep the victim's own statement about what had happened and who did this to her out of evidence in Charles's trial. And the trial obliged that request and excluded the victim's own statement about what had happened from Charles's trial so that it wouldn't conflict with the people they were trying to convict of the crime.
Okay, so just so we're clear, and I think it's vitally important on these cases to be crystal clear, was that that statement? I'm going to say alleged statement, but that's that statement. Was that statement given to police, or is this just something they said to some medic, supposedly, like a paramedic
No,
or the doctor?
the police went to her hospital room after the crime had happened. She had suffered severe burns and smoke inhalation from the fire, and she escaped her tie. She was tied up before the fire started and left for dead. And she escaped her ties into the snow. And she went into the hospital. They took her to the hospital, and the police visited her in the hospital. And the police took a statement from her about who did this and what had happened. And she gave a very detailed account that the prosecution felt was not reliable and argued to have it excluded as hearsay from his trial after the victim died, which is an insane point of view because it was the murder victim's own words about what had happened to her. She wasn't lying. There was no reason to think she was. It just conflicted with their theory of Charles getting paid $25 to knock on the door. And so they didn't want to include it in the trial.